Can an Izzet Prowess deck with just 10 rares compete and standard on the ladder? That's what we're going to find out today. Welcome to the Attic. ManaDad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. Well, standard, no bans. We found out this morning as I record this. But there does seem to be a slight shift happening in the meta towards Prowess decks. Among them, Izzet Prowess. And I wondered if we could build a version that's budget. And I was testing it on my phone this morning, and it was working pretty well. But we'll see what happens once I start recording here. So let's take a look at this. How do you build this deck with just 10 rares? Well, some of your rares got to go to Stormchaser's talent. It's a non-creature spell that also makes a Prowess creature. Would be great if we could do it as a 4 of, but we need some rares for Slickshot, Show Off, as well as the Mana Base, Spirebluff Canal, Shivan Reef, Riverpire Verge. If you have more of those, max them out. But in the meantime, what are you going to do here? We got Stormchaser's talent. We got the Monastery Swiftspear. We've got the Slickshot Show Off. One of my personal favorite cards, Balmor Battlemage Captain. I got 2 of those. Those are just uncommon. You know, not a great substitute for Slickshot, but not terrible. And it can kind of give trample and double prowess to stuff like Elementalist Adept. It's just a 2/1 prowess, but it has flash, which means it's kind of like it has haste. If you go ahead and let opponent just do their thing, maybe Spell Pierce their thing, if that's what you're doing, you could run more Spell Pierces in this deck. Well, that's something we'll talk about probably at the end. I have seen some deck lists with 4 Spell Pierces. But anyways, talking about Balmor, the 1/3 flyer. Use it to buff up and especially give trample to the Elementalist Adept. If you can't keep the board clear with Lightning Strike, Burst Lightning, we do have Felonious Rage, Monstrous Rage to help, and the Balmor ability to help the Elementalist break through, and the Monastery Swiftspear to break through. Otherwise, we're going to hope to send a lot of this damage straight to the Dome. Burst Lightning, Bolt Wave has to go to the Dome, but also great for charging up the Prowess creatures. Lightning Strike. And then the idea is you just stock up, refill your hand. If they remove all your creatures, stock up, get more creatures. If you're out of spells, stock up, get more spells. One Frolicking Familiar, one of Fun of. This is a spell and a Prowess creature, although neither that great, but we're trying it out as a one of Fun of. I believe I put in 23 lands. Yes, I did. We got Dwayne here, Dwayne the Rock, as our April Fool's companion here. So let's see if Budget Prowess can compete on the ladder.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called ManaDad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Budget Izzet Prowess. Apologies for my sexy voice. My extra sexy, I've been sick voice. Okay, well, we'll keep the mountain. This is what we get with the budget mana base, even with using 5 of our 10 rare wild cards on lands. Lion Lasher. Aha. See if they block. All right. Sometimes you can sneak one past him. Gecko. Okay, now I'm wishing I held this guy back to block. We might need every point of life we can get. I doubt they double block here. If they did, that would probably be good for us. Alright, last mentor. I think we are not the beatdown, so see what they exile. Lightning Strike they can't play. Or they get it until next turn. That's all they can play. So I think while we could stock up here, we'd take a big hit. Right now, I think our targets are either the Fireglass Mentor or the Hired Claw. Let's just pass the turn. Save the Lightning Strike so it pumps the Monastery Swiftspear. Hope they don't hit removal. Yeah, so then the question is, do we take out the Hired Claw now? If an opponent lost life. Yeah, they're almost certainly gonna trigger the Fireglass Mentor, so they're only attacking with the Gecko, huh? Alright. A very non-aggressive attack from opponent. And if they've got a pump spell, they can use it here. Pyromancer, okay. Well, we're still in it. But are we in it to win it? Stock up. See if we can find a blue source. Blue source and Slick Shot. Could Slick Shot eventually win it for us? Or do we just take the Lightning Strikes and whittle them down? There's still no attacks here. We win the late game with Stormchaser's talents, bringing back our spells. I do believe. Alright, we don't have any good blocks on that. But on the other hand, if that's all they can do this turn... Oof, we are down to 5, and we're flooding out. Go ahead and Lightning Strike that. And maybe we're supposed to wait until their turn to do that. They're just going to kill us with landfall triggers, apparently. Apparently their plan. Alright, let's bring back... kind of want to bring back stock up. Because we can flash in Elementalist Adept. If we do the Lightning Strike, though, then we're pretty... we should be in pretty good shape. Depending on what they draw. Again with the landfall. Oh my goodness. Okay, down to 3. We're within Lightning Strike range. Not going to attack here. Alright, let's get our own Prowess guy. Oof, again with the land. Take out the Vine Lasher. More of that, please. Get a bolt wave. And just come downhill with these guys. I guess this forces a block. Just hope they don't have something that hastes for 3. Ooh, got there. Playing some Izzet Prowess. I'll play against Yoggsy. Okay, we got a Frolicking Familiar. Let's see if we get a target with it. We're on turn 1 Stormchaser's down first, though. Llanowar Wastes. A Gnawing Vermin. Alright, so that's a decent target. Riverpire, where were you last turn? So if we deal a damage to this, we should get the Prowess trigger first. And they can try and make our thing -1/-1. Don't remove it. This is the kind of deck that plays Gnawing Vermin, though just wants it in the graveyard. So... may as well play the Frolicking Familiar. Get in for 1. Overlord of the Balmor. Okay, they seem a bit stuck on lands. Actually. Ooh, okay. Kind of want to just unload here. They're tapped out. We don't get the benefit of the Elementalist Adept, though. But I suppose... that's okay. Take a ton. Over to you. Next turn we drop the Elementalist, we can get one of these 1 power or 1 mana spells back. Ooh, okay, Souls of the Lost. That is a pretty good roadblock. Flash this guy in, though. They can only block 1 of our guys on the ground. Oh, they got the removal for the Familiar. Okay. Well... Monstrous Rage. We bring that back. Either of these guys deals 5, right? Am I +2/+3? Yeah. I think that's lethal. Whichever one they don't block. GG's. Sorry, Golgari. Playing Izzet Prowess on a budget. Up against Moist Money. I knew somebody who had an absolute terrible reaction to the M word to Moist. She was like physical response. We go first, but we have no creatures, but we could stock up and find some. I guess we'll keep this. We have no interaction. If they're a fast deck, we just lose. Let's see what Moist Money has going on. Hard Claw. Uh-oh. Okay. No, I will not be Monstrous Raging my opponent's Hired Claw. Thank you very much. Well, Spell Pierce at least gives us something to do with our mana. Stock Up. This is not the right deck to have Stock Up. Oh, okay. Spell Pierce does not give us something to do with our mana. Bolt Wave. Jiminy Christmas. So do I just take a turn off? I guess I will. Find creatures. Watch them play the spell. No, okay, they played Screaming Nemesis. I feel slightly better, although I don't know how we win this game. We can Lightning Strike ourselves. If we were going to Lightning Strike the Screaming Nemesis, we should have done it already. Last turn. The Nemesis gets to send damage wherever it wants. Nemesis is one you should put in this deck if you have it. We get a second Nemesis. Huh? If I hit the Nemesis, they do the Swiftspear, so I guess we're just double blocking on the Hired Claw. Go to 2. Spirebluff Canal. We can't even tap for mana. Let's go out in Blaze of Glory. Pitch it for 13. Adios. Playing some Izzet Prowess. We go first. That's where we like to be. Chase a storm turn 1. Blow off some steam on turn 2. Opponent, are you there?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Coffee Maker. Where are you? There you go. Hard mulligan decisions there for Coffee Maker. Talent. Aha! An X1. Just what I was hoping to see. Pop it. Hit it for 2. Seraphic Steed. Okay, that's lifelink. Possibly. I wanted to play the Frolicking Familiar here, but. Calyx, Guided by Fate. It's the enchantment deck, everybody. It's the enchantment deck. Again. Would love to play some other cards, but I feel like they just keep giving us must-answer threats. Three cards in hand for opponent. Plays Veteran Survivor. And takes out our guy. Okay. We do get a Lightning Strike, and that is Ward 2. So, once again, Oh, they had the answer. And a Wiltleaf Liege. Ooh, okay, and they just gained back 5 life. Now we're kind of in Trubba Hubba here. Eat up our graveyard. I mean, I do want another land. Kind of want all these things. If I take an island, I can play Stormchaser's talent. Maybe I have a blocker. Maybe they don't attack with the 5/3. I have to play around us having Monstrous Rage. Snow blocks. Spirebluff Canal. Getting back. Stock up or lightning strike? Last turn. Uh-oh. Is it time to just throw this guy under the bus? Rip Spawn Hunter. Rip my deck. Okay. Crazy. Why is that a 6/6? I guess because of Wiltleaf Liege. Jiminy Christmas. Because I can get rid of the Wiltleaf Liege. Then I still take 9. Guess I have to play a chump blocker and double spell. Could wait till they attacked, I suppose. Watch them just play another Wiltleaf Liege. Other flight, okay. Not lethal. We get to draw a bunch of cards, though. Optimistic Scavenger. Total Scavenger. Oh yeah, Bolt Wave doesn't do anything, does it? Yep, they got me. Playing some Budget Prowess. No red. But we go first, and we have Spell Pierce. It's tempting. We just get 1 land. We can stock up on 3. Should we do it?
There should be no risk management. Study risk taking, not risk management. risky business.
Give me something to spell pierce. Darius, yeah. Hey, but we do get... I'm gonna keep... I could have played Balmor there, but... Could be a red deck that has a lot of interaction. They have a Swiftspear. They kept a one-lander. This will scare him off. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, I don't really want to block either of these because they definitely got the Monstrous Rage. I get to buff it whether we counter it or not. Both got 2 power. Stock them up. Move them out. Well, first lightning. And probably lightning strike. Next turn we could Balmor lightning strike. This way, do we take out the Heartfire hero now or the Swiftspear? It's the hero that they have a chance of making that double strike. Much as it hurts to take the 2 damage. They're stuck on 1 land, but they're not letting it get them down. No! Got our slicky shot. You will pay for your insolence. Down to 7. Burst lightning to the face plus attacking with both of these guys should be the ball game. Okay, we can even buff them up even more. Yeah, we got trample. Another burst lightning. Another stock up. What do you think of that, opponent? Scoops it up. That's right. Go Balmor babies. So a little bit disappointing for this deck. I was winning 2 out of 3 when I was testing on my phone, but was not to be on the ladder today. 38% win rate, 50% on the draw, surprisingly. That's a little strange. I do think we're really hamstrung by the mana base. It's just really hard to do a budget deck that is more than 1 color. I mean, I guess we could lose the Slick Shots and the Stormchaser's talents, but just go in all in on elementalists and things, but that's no fun. You guys don't want to see that. You want to see a nice mix. Definitely put your Screaming Nemesis in here if you got them. Don't necessarily need Felonious Rage. I'm not even sure Bolt Wave is that great, other than it's just a cheap way to trigger the prowess, but you might want more interactive stuff. I wouldn't mind if we're splitting up the blue and the red pretty evenly to have more blue interaction, like into the Flood Maw or something, and maybe even more Spell Pierces. I don't think the Spell Pierce was that great. There's one game where the opponent just completely played around it perfectly, and or another game where we had it against mono red and they just played creatures. So yeah. Other than that, that's about all I have to say. Thanks for joining me in the attic. I've been ManaDad, reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.